now you're like to
There
me, you're
you
gonna
go.
be like the poster child
Yeah.
of like, hey, lay off the fucking pills, bro.
I mean, that's the irony in it. It's like if Lil Xan, if someone named Lil Xan can stop doing fucking drugs, you gotta
so
start.
can you.
Yeah.
Like, woo! It's your boy Maiwan here at Dash Radio on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Today we got the young legend Lil Xan.
Back from the dead. Back from
My
the
guy
dead.
Diego back.
Yeah, back, man. I like the new spot.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you, man. I like the new song.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
NODA, that's how I say it,
Not,
right?
Yeah, NODA, short, not on drugs anymore.
I love that. I really love that you're putting that on the forefront.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, like, let's say I'm a diehard Lil Xan fan.
Yeah.
Why should they trust you this time that you're not gonna go MIA on us
Yeah,
again?
yeah. I had just talked about this too, actually, recently. I was, I don't know if it was an interview, but I was, they asked me what I loved most about my fan base, and I said that I feel like they were very patient. They allowed me to take a step away from music to get healthy, work on myself, you know, to grow as just a human being. And, you know, the fandom and the fan base is still really strong. You know, like we might have lost some fake fans or whatever, but I appreciate that they've been patient.
No, definitely.
And I'm ready to show them what I and my whole team have been working on. It's incredible.
We're very excited, man. Like I knew it was still real because when we have anybody coming in, we'll kind of let everybody know so we can start preparing.
Yeah.
And the amount of excitement everybody had in the building, especially the younger folks here.
Yeah,
they were like,
oh my God.
Lil Xan's coming in, Lil Xan's coming in. But
I appreciate that.
No,
Everybody.
of course, man. I really appreciate you taking all the negativity you had just around you and all the controversy and turning it into something that can impact millions of lives.
It got really, the hate got really bad for a couple years. It was always there, but, you know, after certain remarks that I made back then because I was young and dumb, you know, I started getting like death threats and all types of, and this is years ago.
I mean, you had so it's to clear the air, which I'm sure a lot of people have already had the air cleared for them, but you know, you like Tupac.
I like Tupac. I like Tupac. Yeah, I like.
Yeah, you were annoyed with the interviewer.
Yeah,
That's like
it's a whole thing.
Annoying.
It's a whole thing, and honestly, I could sit here and even plead my case, but it's useless. You know, in the end,
we're past it. We're past it.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean. People
but
are
I think
gonna.
It's crazy. Someone rolled up on you at a gas station, pissed off.
Yeah, bro, that was
bro,
hilarious. You know what is crazy? Like, at that time, I haven't really talked about that publicly a lot, but at the time it was pretty scary. I'm not gonna lie. It was like,
bro,
actually
you
like
were just with your girl.
Yeah, and you know, thank God I had, you know, what I did on me because, and I know it was stupid to have that. I would never like own a gun in an illegal way at this point, you know. And he was there. What people don't see in that video is he was there for like 5 minutes before he even but he was always recording, but he, you know, he only posted like at the end of the interaction where he's falling backwards a little bit and backing up. But he was there harassing me for a good 5 minutes, and I you know, was aware of the situation, but I was just trying to pump my gas and get out of there.
Yeah.
And then I had like expensive chains on, like really expensive chains on, and he noticed them at that point and was trying to snatch it. And this dude, keep in mind, this dude is like 6 foot something, and I'm a little guy. You know what I mean?
And you were like 23 at the time.
Yeah, like 22, 23. So I pulled it out, and you know, I thank God he didn't have a weapon. You know what I mean? That's what I think about all the time is thank God he didn't have a weapon, because then that situation would have been way worse.
It could have went way worse.
Yeah.
I just think it's crazy, bro. Like, I love Kendrick Lamar, right?
Yeah.
But like, I don't give a fuck what anyone says about Kendrick Lamar. Like, if you go somewhere and talk shit on Kendrick, I'm not gonna pull up on you at a gas station.
Yeah. You know, and that's the crazy thing about, you know, it wasn't just online hate, that obviously it became very real, you know, a real thing. Like, people still come up to me, and even if they don't reference the Tupac thing in particular, like me and my girl were at a post office in a nice area in Irvine, and some dude came out harassing me.
In Irvine? They're harassing you in Irvine?
Yeah, just one dude, but it's just like and this rarely happens. That's, you know, crazy. This is like something I deal with day to day, but it happens like enough to where it's like, all right, come on, you know.
I think it's crazy. I think there's a huge misconception of you. And so to verify that there's this misconception, I asked 2 people last night and I asked someone this morning. I said, do you think Lil Xan came from a super rich family with like a very, you know, he grew up with like rich parents who were like, here, we'll make you a rapper. Yeah. All three said yes.
That's crazy.
And I told all three of them, I said, not that I thought the same thing, but I didn't have, before I did my deep dive of research, I probably would have assumed that, or like you came up, like I grew up in Orange County, very middle class, safe area.
Yeah, something like that.
That's what I would assume. We were like neighbors,
like,
you know
like
what I mean?
Like I had gone to like Calabasas High or
but
something,
no,
you know?
my man's from Redlands.
Yeah,
grew up in motels.
And, bro,
from the bottom
like,
of it.
Literally, it got super bad to where we were staying in motels. Yeah.
It's crazy. So like
that is weird. That is crazy.
I think the reason a lot of people would probably naturally want to have hate against you because they assume the first, just like, oh man, this dude had super rich parents, probably grew up. His mom probably bought him that G-Wagon. It's like, nah, you bought your mom a G-Wagon.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like trust fund kids stuff, you know.
Yeah. But it's not. It's 100% opposite.
No, you know, like when we grew up, we had never had like a lot of money at all, but we were in a bad spot per se, like too bad of a spot. I mean, compared to what people might consider. But as I got older into my teen years, that's when it really started getting bad financially with my parents, and that's teenage years when I finally had to move into a motel for a few years and stuff. But you know what? That builds character.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you
absolutely,
know, and there's not a time in my life in the past that I truly regret. You know, it all made me a stronger person. You know?
Yeah,
even the thing going back to the Tupac stuff. As bad as that seemed at the time, you know, it couldn't have been any other way, man. Like I look at it and I laugh. You know, like
and bro, I'm telling you, this entire building today, like a dozen of us were excited you were coming in.
Yeah,
so
that's love.
Yeah,
you know?
you still like radiate good energy
that
to
like
folks.
means the most to me because, you know, as an artist, like, you know, I'm down on myself a lot, you know, like, I think some things aren't good enough or I'm not, you know, but that might just be a person thing, but, you know, so to get to see that and that reciprocation of just, you know, love and stuff, like that keeps me going.
Nah, man, and honestly, like, people, the internet's a terrible place, you know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. It's all about just learning how to use it and stuff.
But I wanted to let people know, to clarify, because I spent a lot of time in the Inland Empire, right?
Yeah.
Redlands is out there.
Yeah,
correct, right?
very much.
I spent a lot of time in Hemet.
Oh, Hemet,
near
Merino Valley.
I used to have a store in Hemet. That's where I made all my money. That's how I bought any of this stuff.
Yeah, nice.
My point is this. If you actually like look at like Redlands, Hemet, like those areas, it's worse than Compton. It really is.
There's parts of San Bernardino that are like really messed up.
Maybe not like gang wise as bad as Compton, but I'm talking about just like the level of money out there.
Yeah,
you can rent an apartment. I used to have people renting apartments in Hemet for $400.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. You know the thing about the IE that's crazy, like compared to, I'm not discrediting obviously any of the hoods out here. That's some real shit. You know what I mean? But I think people just also don't realize, like, it's a kind of a different type of hood in, like, in the IE. In the IE, the hoodest places, it's like, I don't know, there's more of like a code and like at least a certain rule book that gangs and stuff follow out here. But out there, it seems more like every man for himself, tweaker stuff.
It's like the middle of desert,
and it's wild. You know,
so
it's crazy.
I wanted to really clarify and let people know, like, that is what this man's from. That is what Diego is from.
Yeah, man.
I think when people make that assumption that you grew up with a silver spoon or
golden
spoon,
like a trust fund,
then they start to build this hate.
Yeah.
But then it's like when you take a step back and understand that, when I was doing my research, I'm like, I respect the fuck out of that.
I appreciate that.
I haven't done shit for my family yet. You know what I mean?
And you know, I was just also talking about this earlier. The one thing that I can take, like, if all this had ever just failed, or, you know, I'm glad that I can take care of my mom, you know, because she can't walk very well. She's, God bless her, so I love her to death. So she has trouble walking, and she's like 60 something. So, you know, and things got really, really bad, like before it got good. Like, we were living in motels and stuff, and I was thinking, like, what's gonna happen? What's the future hold? It was a scary time, but things got good right then, and thank God, I'm very grateful. I could take care of her, you know.
Yeah, bro.
Everybody's gotta take care of their mom.
We have deaded that. Like this man here takes care of his family. You're the breadwinner of your family, and
you got it, bro. Like they were good parents, and you know, they did the best that they could for me. I gotta pay him back. You got more plus more. It's not even just paying him back. It's
for sure.
paying him back and giving him a comfort comfort that they didn't have in the past, that we all didn't have, you know.
Absolutely, man. Well, I'm gonna start with my first gift. You already saw this gift, so we lost.
It magically, it magically came out.
I give everybody a CD for my CD collection.
Yeah.
I have been holding this band. I haven't wanted to give any of these albums to anybody.
Yeah.
Because this is my favorite band and one of my favorite CDs ever. But I saw that you really rock with that NERD.
Yo, I saw this right now, bro. Yeah, this just had popped out of nowhere. This is a great piece of work, bro.
Incredible piece of work.
A lot of their catalog, though, this is
I
the
feel
early
like
days.
they were such a cross of so many different like elements of pop culture. Whether
Ahead,
it's rock,
almost
whether
like to say like ahead of his, way ahead of his time, right?
And so I felt like this must have had a big influence on you because you're also seem to be a cross of like the kind of like
another
punk
big
rock look.
misconception right here. You know what I mean? My dad had a very expansive library of vinyl records, from everything from this type of stuff to Beethoven to Black Flag, the punk rock stuff. So I grew up on a lot of a mixture, like a melting pot of just, but good. But the thing that kept it all together, it was good music.
Yeah.
And I didn't ever think about being a rapper or an artist one day, but I always had a very good appreciation and love for good music, no matter what the time is.
And
this is good. This is good music. Timeless stuff.
And when I read that NERD, which I multiple times read that you said NERD was a huge inspiration, I'm like, yo, we all got this dude fucked up. Like, you know your music.
De La Soul was great. Tribe Called Quest. Like,
you see, like I wouldn't. No one. I think people wouldn't assume this.
No, but then after that little mishap, obviously. It was just, oh man, this dude hates old school.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, y'all got me messed up right
so
there.
we got that cleared up.
Yeah.
This man said a Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul, bro. I'm not even listening to De La Soul.
De La Soul is good, man. Good, happy music, man.
For sure. So speaking of happy
and
music.
thank you, by the way, too.
Of course, man. That is yours to keep. This is an original one, as you see. So like,
oh yeah, I'm gonna put this up.
That is my original copy too. That won't hurt to give away.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, bro.
No, of course, man. So speaking of positive music, the new record I listened to it and I was pleasantly surprised.
Thank you
Upbeat, felt good, positive,
very it's hard to put words, but very I like to call it like it's an evolution, you know. It's more mature. Not saying that none of my music in the past was good or mature or whatever, but I like a lot of my stuff in the past, but this just is different and it's special. And it's got the right message, and I think it will affect a lot of people positively.
That's my favorite part about this next chapter of your career is I'm a heavy proponent against pills.
Yeah,
because I lost a few friends in high school.
So,
I know you've lost some notable friends.
Seems like everybody has lost somebody.
Yeah, because this fentanyl epidemic is fucking nuts.
No, now it's like they're mixing it with like tranquilizers.
Bro,
it's crazy.
So like I think almost like your purpose now, and I feel like the reason God gave you this platform. I'm not even religious, bro. I've never.
But you know, I'm not even very religious either. But I felt that the fact that I'm not dead, for one, you know what I mean, because I've been in some low places where I should have not been.
Bro, you've been laced before, right?
Yeah,
like you've had a fentanyl
it got to the point where I was just even like, I knew it was fake, but you know, and I used to have this code where I was like, at least I'll always buy real, even though it's more expensive, you know, like fuck it. But that's when I'd slipped off that little thing. And I'm not saying that being a drug addict was good, but I had gone overboard, and now I was like, I don't even care if this shit's laced, as long as it gets me high and I don't withdraw. That was really all it is. When you get addicted to drugs, it's not even, oh, I'm doing drugs to get high. You're doing drugs just to maintain normal likeness, you know.
You almost feel high when you're off the
exactly,
shit.
Because you will just do any, and I'm gonna tell you, as a former drug addict, you will go to any extremes to get that next high, bro. You know what I mean?
What's the craziest thing you ever did to get a high off? Like, scream at a homie.
Funny. That's
throw
funny.
hands. You ever throw hands?
Oh, like off the
homies?
like bars and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my, what have I ever done off the? Oh my God. Yo, where's the book at? Where's the book?
But no, I think your purpose now, and I think in general your purpose, and I think it's almost like beautiful. It's poetic that you're famously known as Lil Xan.
It is. I like that word,
right?
but poetic.
Like, now you're like you're gonna be like the poster child of like, hey, lay off the fucking pills, bro.
I mean, that's the irony in it. It's like if someone named Lil Xan can stop doing fucking drugs, You gotta
so
start.
can you.
Yeah,
like,
so that's like the Uncle Sam flyer right there.
They need to have you going around to schools, bro.
I need
Dead
to.
ass like high schools
that would,
and stuff.
yeah.
I think
and that's where I think a lot of it is at. Is like, you know what I mean?
For sure.
And people might think, oh, that's way too young for these. No, these kids, even middle school. You know, where we're from. He's a good skate, but you know, like at the skate park, you say what you see.
There's been about 4 deaths, like 14-year-old kids that just overdosed.
14-year-old
And
kids
like at the skate
overdosing,
park,
bro.
not
That's
even like
terrible.
at this. Like it's crazy.
That's
you know?
fucking terrible. Hell yeah.
And
as you should,
I
man.
love that, but I'm also a little nervous because high schoolers are like intimidated.
Oh, they're gonna bully you.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna try you like trolls.
I did a high school thing once when like at the height of my career and like it was so scary. I'd done shows with Nicki Minaj.
Well,
you know, everybody. This was scary.
You didn't graduate high
It
school,
was
right?
yeah, because I was like, bro, I don't know why I cared so much, but I was like, oh, they're picking on me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're brutal, bro. They're brutal.
Yeah, man. Can we?
I love them, but they're brutal.
Yo, can we all stop picking on Lil Xan?
I know. Come on,
like,
guys.
Like we clarified it. You're from the bottom, right? Like I don't mean to say that a rude way, but you're
No,
from
no,
Redlands.
like I did not have very much
Of
money.
SoCal,
yeah.
When it comes to SoCal, now all that being considered, like I'd rather grow up in Redland than like Zimbabwe.
Redlands, I
probably.
would say though, I'm glad I grew up in Redlands out of all the other IE cities because it seems like at the time back then it was a little more stable and safe compared to obviously San Bernardino.
Yeah.
Even Hemet can.
Yo, Hemet's the
You
worst
already
area
know
ever.
Moreno Valley right there.
Oh yeah,
Moval's crazy.
Moval's wild.
Yo, this is IE type for people that aren't from the IE,
I
bro.
would drive around that motherfucker.
Yeah, just like
so
that.
we
Oh,
clarified
man.
that, man. You didn't grow up with a silver spoon at all. You're self-made too, which I think is super dope.
Yeah,
there
man.
wasn't any like, you know, I know you worked. You had
Some
like,
industry plant
there just
shenanigans.
wasn't like any crazy
Yeah.
big like I put Lil Xan on. It was
Yeah.
like you built yourself up.
Yeah, I mean, respect and props to everybody that helped me along the way. There's obviously people that if if they hadn't come along, I wouldn't be here, you know. So shout out to them. But we're still here.
You're still
we're
here.
stable.
You're doing great. You're sober.
We're sober.
You're sober.
And
We drug tested him. Nothing showed
yo,
up.
they
Nah,
did.
I'm
They
playing.
actually. No, I'm just imagining. You should have had that. Would have been funny. No, a piss thing.
Yeah.
Yo, get in the bathroom.
That's the whole content.
Yeah.
No, but
it.
Your album had some great features on it, and I
Thank
wonder
you.
now that you've kind of like shed who you were and you're this new version of you. Should we expect some more big names on the new project?
Definitely.
'Cause you had a crazy lineup.
That first
bro,
one was
of
wild,
projects.
right?
Yeah.
That album is like a fever dream to me. It's like, what the heck was good? Like, what was going on in life? Yeah, great features on the last one, and for this one, obviously great features, but maybe in the sense that people they wouldn't normally expect me to work with. You know, like it's like kind of like a change up. But there's a couple that are like, oh yeah, like that's obviously he's doing that. But there's some differences, some switch ups in the artist. Just
Okay.
different genres a little bit, you know.
Okay. Oh, different
All
genres.
come to make like this one crazy
Well, NODA.
sandwich.
I don't know why I keep like feeling I'm saying it wrong. NODA.
NODA, yeah.
NODA.
People want to say NODA, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it was NODA or okay. So
Yeah.
NODA, just immediately I was like, oh, he's definitely coming with a new sound. What's the? Are you nervous at all about your fan base hearing it and being like, oh, you don't sound the same? Like,
Yeah,
because they're kind of like a
that's a good
depressive
question.
fan base,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
like,
that's
especially you came off that SoundCloud
Yeah.
era where everyone was
it
depressed.
was an emo. I know when you type my name in, it comes up as I'm an emo rapper. I was like, okay,
That is wild.
I'm like,
That's
I'm an emo.
hilarious.
Maybe I get it. I get
I
why
mean,
they
he
say
made a
that.
ballad to
Yeah, I
Xanax,
get why
you know
they
what
say
I
that. But
mean?
in the back of my head, I was like, but I like that title.
What do you think your fans are gonna feel with this new sound?
I
Nervous
think
at
that
all?
they're. I would be nervous if I wasn't so confident in how good the new stuff sounds. I think like I said, I loved my music in the past, but I wish I could go back in time as this person in terms of like music evolution, whatever, and had started at this point and have just evolved, But
Yeah.
I consider this like a second chance that I wasn't meant to have, So
I love that.
So even just all this, I'm very appreciative and very grateful.
No, man, we're very grateful to have you. I really think that, like I said, you're going to be like a beacon. There's a
Thank you.
lot of young folks out there who are just looking for a way to get their life in order. And I think Lil Xan could be the answer.
Right.
Ironically,
Ironically,
who knew
right?
that Lil Xan
They
would be
just
the
need a
answer
Lil
to
Xan.
get off Xanax, you know what I mean?
It's crazy, yeah, right? You saw that?
great. That was one
that
of the
was
best
good.
puns
That was
I heard
good.
in
That
a
was
long
good.
time. You
Hell
said
yeah.
Lil Xan. Okay, so what can we expect now? the record's not even out yet, right?
No,
public?
the NODA comes out June 30th, right?
June 30th. And then what are we building up towards? Are you trying to do like more singles?
Yeah, it's gonna be after that one. It's gonna be a single every month, right? Every month.
Okay.
And we have a show following that single on June 30th. We have a show July 9th at the venue called 1720 in LA.
Oh,
Everybody
fire.
should come out to that.
Fire.
It's the first show in LA in about a couple years. So.
Oh shit.
I mean, I've been doing shows, obviously, but it's good to do a show in like what feels like, my home base. I'll call it that,
Absolutely, 100%, man. So when could we expect a body of work? Are you not set on that yet?
I'll say September.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
So the album's already done. Sounds.
I
like.
won't say it's already done. There's I'll call it this. My work ethic is ridiculous and doesn't make sense on paper. It's like, we still have, I would say, actually a lot of work on it, but
Okay.
it'll be out by September.
It'll be out by September. Very exciting, man. You got big shoes to fill as far as like competing with yourself, right?
Yeah, right.
Because your numbers are still absurd.
You gotta-
Like, streaming numbers are fucking crazy.
They're
still.
they're good, and I wouldn't lie if I said that. Obviously, they were way better back in the day, and that's something I want to talk about. Like people, like we feel like we're not doing good enough, and I'm speaking for artists and maybe just people in general. You feel like you're not doing good enough when you see numbers. Like obviously the numbers are still amazing, but like as me, I'm like, oh, I'm not. There's a time I was like, I'm not doing good. I'm going down. Everything is going down. Numbers like that. That's just things will get better.
Absolutely.
Things will get better, and we'll be back up at like 10 million. Like it's manifestation, bro.
100%, bro,
just
and it's
believe
all
it.
relative. Like I always feel bad when an artist like you're in this boat, Roddy Ricch, Lil Nas X.
Yeah, Roddy
when you
gets it
blow
bad
up
too.
real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
So like Roddy's first hit went fucking 10 times platinum. Out the
Diamond.
gates,
Yeah,
right?
imagine
Diamond.
like that's like Lil Nas X too.
Right,
First
you know how
one's like
hard it
Diamond.
is to like compete with that,
Yeah.
and then you're now even if your next record does 2 million, people are like,
Exactly,
oh, you
it's
missed
like
it by 8 million.
but Betrayed, yeah, right.
Fucking
Betrayed
nuts.
went like platinum. I think it's double platinum, maybe. I don't know, but I can't imagine my first one with Diamond. I would have
No, but
retired.
even for you, bro. Like
Yeah.
your first, what was it?
I'm done. Nah, I'm just joking.
Betrayal, right?
Yeah, Betrayed. Yeah.
Betrayed.
No,
like,
everybody is. I might as well rename it to Betrayal because it seems like it's a Mandela effect at this point.
Betrayed. My bad.
No,
Betrayed.
you're good. You're good. It's a
When
Mandela effect.
It's like those numbers are. You don't have to compete with those, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm sure you're
I'm
very
saying I'm still
excited.
learning to to not let it get to me and stuff. But I know at the end of the day, at the end I'm gonna be right where I want to be.
Absolutely, man. Knock on wood. Well, we gotta talk about the toughest drug of them all that I think you've had to face which is fame.
Yeah.
Jay-Z has this bar I love where he says, "Fame is the worst drug. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy."
That's
And I
crazy.
think it's crazy because
That's a crazy thing to say.
like you at such a young age, I've always said like I would never had things gone for me in any way, whether it was in sports, music, or anything, I would have never wanted it to happen young because that shit is tough, right? Like it
Yeah.
must have weighed a lot on you. You blew up.
Well, yeah,
in your late
a
teens.
big part of what amplified the drug use, and I'm not gonna say it caused it because I was already doing it a little bit before, but the stress, the
Of
peer
being famous,
pressure,
right?
like at the time I didn't realize that it was causing me to indulge more in narcotics, but now looking back, the stress, and then when the hate came along down the road, boom, of course I'm gonna spiral. I think I need Xanax at this point because I'm
Yeah.
I'm thinking I will die, and it's crazy. I probably could die if you go off Xanax. I've had seizures, so much stuff was happening,
Man.
but now, I'm just looking back at it now.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just,
fame is a crazy thing.
fame,
right?
fame is up there. Oh man.
Let the fans know because
Yeah.
a lot of people
Well, it
assume
goes-
like when
yeah.
you get famous, you're good.
Yeah, no,
But I
it
think
goes into kind of what I was saying previously. Like, I think people forget that celebrities and people, whatever you want to call me, are human beings just like them. Just because
Absolutely.
you see them on Instagram and you see their pictures, people have this idea almost like they treat it almost like as if they're not real.
Yeah.
Like because they're thinking I'll never meet this person. So I just would say, think of them as human beings. I know some have big egos and whatnot, but we're the same. We go through the same things that
Absolutely.
you guys go through. I mean, that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm any better than anybody in this room. Like you know.
No, and look, I feel for you, man. Like I have this whole Target theory where like I never want to be too recognized where I can't go into a Target without getting bothered.
Yeah.
And I feel like Lil Xan, you can't.
We were in an underground parking structure, and I got recognized a couple of minutes ago. So Targets are bad.
When's the last time you went shopping in public?
You would think like recently, like you would think, oh man, he fell off. It's been so many, like, no, people like still, it's like the same almost. It's kind of crazy.
Bro,
like,
because you have a recognizable look.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You added more tats, but it didn't change. I know what Lil Xan
I tried to
looks
put
like.
my hoodie up sometimes too, and I actively like try to, you know, when I go through Target or anywhere, but I always get recognized.
Yeah,
I
must
can't hide
be
it.
crazy.
I'd have to wear like a ski mask. With just
so I want like the young generations to consider that because everyone thinks like the end goal is to be famous.
Yeah,
yo, I've
famous.
never been famous, but that shit sounds like it sucks. Like,
there's a you know, I would say there's a lot of parts where the cons outweigh the pros.
Absolutely.
It's weird, man. Sometimes the pros, it's just you gotta find a balance. It's all about finding a balance.
Well, it seems like you found a balance with everything.
I feel like I found a good spot. Yeah.
NODA sounds great.
Thank you so much.
My man is not on drugs anymore.
NODA.
Very exciting. Now the rest of the music, I'm assuming you're gonna deviate off. That you're just gonna make other kind of records. It's not all gonna be about your battle with drugs.
Yeah. That was just you know, the moment right there.
And it sounds great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Honestly, some of the other records are so different than that one. Like, like I don't even know how to describe it. Just from beat selection, maybe they're good. I love them. There's I would say it's a variety, a wide variety of stuff on this next project.
I'm very, very excited. I feel like you're gonna experiment a lot with your sound too and your voice.
Yeah, I love doing that.
Because even on this, on NODA, you sound different, and I felt like you're like opening up. Like I imagine you're probably doing some little singing parts on this album.
Yeah. I've always wanted to experiment with the singing, but never could, you know, find it. But there's some singing. Yeah, there's some singing.
Hell yeah!
I hope people like it. You know.
Hell yeah. Man, look, regardless, bro, I think you've already come to this realization, but like whether it's positive or negative, if people are talking about you, it's a great thing.
Yeah, you know, all publicity is good publicity, except for maybe a couple things. But
yeah. We learned.
But you know,
let's just leave Tupac out of everything.
Tupac.
That's
10 out of 10,
crazy, bro. Look,
10 out of 10.
That was, and anybody who's thinking about rolling up on an artist
over
something they said, you are way fucking crazier than you know. But
shout out to the white boy from the post office. Crazy,
crazy man. Well, I got some more gifts. I know you're off the Xans, right?
Yeah.
But I got some.
I'm off the Xans now.
I got some gifts for you here though that you might rock with. These are from my buddy Buzz. Shout out to my buddy Buzz.
Man,
Anytime we got somebody dope coming in, he brings gifts. So we got tons of, there's grams.
There's a lot of good stuff in here.
A lot of good stuff in there, bro. That is to help with the anxiety. I wanted to keep saying that.
I'm such a I like that one too.
The interview, but man, very excited to have you back around. Very excited to have you back on the scene. I think you're bringing like a breath of fresh air back.
Thank you.
And like from the SoundCloud era, there's really
back from the dead, man.
There's not a lot of people. Like sadly, we've lost some people like Juice.
The best. We lost literally like X and Juice and Peep. Man, I just too many.
But like we still got you here. Uzi's still here. There's still people that came from that time, and so
Trippie Red, he's a good friend.
Exactly. And now we're in like the TikTok era, right?
Yeah, the algorithm. I call this like we all live and die by the algorithm.
Absolutely.
You know, that's the
content
time.
Now is everything.
Everything's
bro.
meta, AI. You could sum up this generation like 4 words.
Yeah, man. Well, Lil Xan, man, when can we expect the next single? So you said NODA, June 30th.
NODA comes out
Another one July.
June 30th, and then following that, it'll be a month after. Okay. And then following the June 30th single drop, July 9th in LA, 1720. Get your tickets, link in my bio. Pop out. I love you guys.
Hell yeah. We might have to do a ticket giveaway on Dash.
We'll give like 100 tickets away.
Well, I was good with 10, but if you want to give me 100, fam, I'll take 100.
I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna be up in there with all my homies. Thank you so much, man. Lil Xan. I really hope my whole goal with sitting with you today was to clear the air on a few things.
I appreciate that.
And I asked 3 people, and all of them were like, "Oh, bro, he for sure had a rich family." One of the homies last night is like, "The fuck, Redlands?" He's like, "No fucking way."
There's a really like a part of Redlands that in the back that has like mansions and stuff, but the part that we live in is like not like that. You know what I
Well,
mean?
and even a mansion. First off, no disrespect to Redlands.
Yeah.
I ran a business in Hemet for 4 years.
Yeah.
I used to drive to Sanderson and
So you know,
Stetson.
yeah,
Like, I know the area well. Nothing but
that
love.
Canyon,
but
yeah.
a mansion in the Redlands
Yeah,
is
it's
like an apartment
different.
in Hollywood.
Yeah, it's
you know
different.
what I mean?
It's different. Like
Yeah.
I can go be a king out there.
Yeah, bro, you are a king. You ever go back? Like,
Yeah, I go back. I'm
you
going
are
back
like-
Saturday.
Bro, this is gonna sound weird. I hope you're not offended by this, but you were like the face of Redlands. to
No,
me.
bro, I
You know what
love
mean?
that. I love
with
that.
the tats and the
Yeah,
battles that you
yeah.
had with like.
I would hope
addiction
so
and
at this
whatnot.
point.
You're like a
I would
poster
be
child for
I would be
Redlands.
hurt if another Lil Xan came out of Redlands and just
You know what
shit
I mean?
on
Like
me.
you're the man out
Yeah,
there.
you know it's funny because it goes two ways. It's like it goes two ways. It's like either people love me out there or people are haters. You know, it's like because but it's just how it is everywhere. But yeah, I love the IE. And shout out to IE. If it's crazy, I'll just put it there. It's an interesting place.
Yeah, man. Shout out to IE. Shout out Lil Xan, Diego. I like the name Diego too, bro.
I like it,
and,
man.
and we thought of it before the interview, but I can't wait to catch him in Xan Diego.
Ooh.
Bars.
Xan
All right,
Diego.
man. NODA is out now. By the time
Bah, bah,
this
bah.
this drops and people are seeing most of the content, not on drugs anymore. Out now. Lil Xan's coming. It is Xan season.
Bro, it's Xan season.
I want to
Let's
say
go.
Diego season. I don't
I like
Xan
that.
name,
Yeah,
bro.
Diego season. Let's do
Yeah,
that.
it is Diego season. Lil Xan in the building. Dash Radio, man. We had to do it.
Thank you, bro.
All right, my
Appreciate
man.
you,
We're
man.
out. Boom. Hell